𝐿 𝐿. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Kathleen O'Neill, along with Bruce Smith, inviting you to 2 hours of music, Irish music, news, and announcements on Detroit Irish Radio at 𝐶RBradio.com. The call-in number is 313-942-0159, excuse me, for those of you that have requests or news to share. Let's say that again, 313-942-0159. This show can be heard on the Gaelic League of Detroit.org website, where you'll find the radio page, or you can go to Detroit Irish Radio Facebook page where you can listen to it, and also CRBradio.com Studio 2. And it looks like we already have a phone call. This is going to be a fun, busy day. We look forward to having visitors here, but let's start off with our call from Father Brendan McCarrick. Hello, Father. How are you doing today?
Very good, Kathleen. I'm bursting on the call again.
Yeah, I don't know if you're in for that kind of competition, but you win. So what kind of good news do you have to tell us today?
Oh, well, all is fantastic, thank God. And we thank Lord for some of the wonderful celebrations we've had, especially for Jim and Bev Murphy last night. What a beautiful celebration we had to celebrate 65 years of marriage.
Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, wonderful couple, and what an accomplishment, huh? 65 years is amazing. We wish them
an example to everyone of how we should strive.
Exactly. We love that kind of good news, and we love knowing the people that you are a part of all of our lives. I know Jim and Bev have been very actively involved in so many Irish organizations, including the Palatines and the Fooies, the Ancient Order of Hibernians. They're one of those couples that go everywhere, and of course they have remarkable children as well, including one that just became the Michigan Irish American Hall of Fame, and that's Kevin Murphy. So happy you were a part of that celebration. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it to that. And as we talk celebrations, Bruce and I want to publicly thank you for including us in the celebration with Brother Faustino a couple weeks ago. We certainly enjoyed ourselves down at the Palatine Parish.
It was wonderful to have you. It was wonderful to have you all there, and that we could celebrate Faustino, a great man whose life has dedication to service and has been others. So that's the great celebration of him. And we're just grateful to have so many people who are so helpful and guiding us, all the time.
Every day.
Every day. And there's another good man, oh God be good to Joe Parsky. He passed away, and so that's another man who was so good to the Palatines and promotion the St. Patrick's Centre and all the great things he does over the years. But all these good men are going the wrong direction.
Right, and I'm not aware of the celebration of his life yet, but I know that they are going to be planning something.
It's on the 23rd of October, I can tell you that myself.
Oh, there you go, thank you. Yeah, there's some news to share. And are you familiar with where it's going to be?
It's going to be held in the Gaelic Club, the Gaelic League.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
You might even be there yourself with your radio show.
I plan on being here that Sunday, so that would be very nice. Yeah, Joe was very kind and friendly and actively involved behind the scenes a lot of the time, but made the phone calls and made the contacts and kept everyone informed. And he was really helpful to Detroit Irish Radio with all the news and sharing it, and of course being one of the main leaders of making sure that the show was funded over the years. So greatly missed, wonderful man, and I'm glad that the celebration of his life will be held soon.
Oh, absolutely. The Fooies were, and he was a founding, or I don't know, was he one of the founding members, but he's definitely a man who has a lasting impact on the work of the Fooies.
Oh, absolutely, and he was, I believe, a founding member. Yeah. So, and now you have just a month away or 6 weeks away, big dinner
6
dance.
weeks, yeah.
Yeah, so that's
And
coming up.
it's not, time flies, and next thing will be on the 11th of November, and we'll be honouring Maureen Moriarty Root, and of course John Heinzman. So it's wonderful that we can move from one celebration, but sometimes it's happy celebrations to joyful celebrations to sad celebrations, back to happy celebrations.
Right, right. Always something to look forward to. So
And always someone to celebrate, and the wonderful Irish dedication of these men and women who have helped the Irish community and helped the Palatines over many years. And it's great to acknowledge and ask the Lord to keep Maureen and John so safe moving forward, and looking forward to a wonderful celebration.
absolutely. I'm looking forward to a night of just enjoying and dancing and having some good visits with people. Last year, I was fortunate to be honored as the Palatine Woman of the Year, and it was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. But I didn't really get to sit down and chat with a whole lot of folks. So I'm looking forward to this year of being a part of being a party goer.
It'll be a wonderful celebration.
Right.
It'll be a great way to, and like Andy Cooney is coming all the way in from New York again to play for us, and you know we're moving it back to the Gaelic Centre where it started.
Right. That's a nice hall. So look forward to that too.
Beautiful hall, and you know, so please God, in the next few days there'll be information going out to people, and tickets are going to be available, I think, almost immediately. Pam will have tickets available. She's I believe they're at the printers if they're not in the house. How's that for an answer?
They'll be in the mail soon, right?
Yes, indeed. And then we have, of course, all the other the raffles, and the Chinese raffle, or the basket raffle, as we have to call it now.
I was going to say, yeah.
And of course, we have the beauty. There's going to be a wonderful silent auction as well. We have a wonderful gift. One of the great gifts we have, which Father Jerry Frawley left us, was a signed Michigan State basketball by the team that won the state championships and the national championships in the 2000s.
Oh, wow. That will be in high demand, just like Brother Faustino's sports paraphernalia last year, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And on top of that, then we have a 2-week, there's a place in Fitzpatrick's Hotel in Dublin. There's a wonderful facility there, and it's a 2-week stay with your own apartment, which covers St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, how fun. That sounds wonderful, too.
That's another gift for the silent auction. So please God, and we hopefully will have more gifts for the silent auction, but at the time of going to press, you know that we have them too, definitely.
That is super. Well, we look forward to all that you do, Father Brendan, and I started today's show with a group that you're well familiar with, because you were one that helped supply us with some of this music. It was from the 𝐃𝐞𝐭𝐫 Heritage Group, and anticipating having our own Detroit Irish Musician Association coming in to play some music today and let us know more about the 𝐃𝐞𝐭𝐫 group that's here, and one that they're having their conference and going to be hosting a session here on October, I believe, 14th at the Gaelic League. So if you get a chance,
fantastic.
come on down. I don't know if you play a musical instrument or not, but you can join them if you like. I
don't play, but I love to listen, and the 𝐶𝐞𝐭 is a wonderful group, and they promote the Irish, traditional Irish music, and help everyone just to enjoy it every day.
Right, and so we're looking forward to a lively show, and you know, entering autumn, and all the different activities that are occurring throughout the Metro Detroit area. So if you get a chance, come on down, and if not, I know you always listen to the program and will enjoy the music. So thank you so very much.
Indeed. Have a wonderful day to you. Looking forward to listening now for the rest of the afternoon.
Very good. All right, take care.
And I keep one eye on the Lions and hope that they win. But my ears will be on you and my eyes will be on the Lions. How's that?
I think that sounds wonderful. That's you multitasking all the time. So, all right, thanks, Father Brendan McCarrick. We appreciate the call. Yep, starting off our show.
Goodbye, God bless.
Yep,
Bye-bye.
you likewise, God bless. Yes, always enjoy Father Brendan McCarrick, and he always has news, and I've just learned something new about we did hear about the death of Joe Parsky, and it's nice that the celebration is being held. I know the Fooey's were going to be working on something extra special, and it looks like the date is set for October 23rd, thanks to Father Brendan McCarrick and his news. So, you've heard what's happening today. Yes, we did start with the 𝐃𝐞𝐭𝐫 group musicians out of Father Brendan McCarrick's, or even poor Keegan's neck of the woods in Sligo. Starting us off with some reels. We do hope to end the show today, and we are already getting some of the musicians coming in from the Detroit Irish Music Association. They have lots of news to share, and they have plenty of music to play, so that will be happening later in the show. We are also into the month of, or the season of autumn, so Bruce, let's just be, because I know this is going to be busy, let's send this next selection out to those that are in need of prayers at this time, those that are in poor health, that hopefully the music will brighten you up, and hopefully some of you will be able to attend the many events that are happening in October. We'll say Abba Padre, Sonadini Atadjan, to the following: Laura Bond, Judy and Tom Bruning, Bill Carney, Giselle Clancy, John Couture, Kitty Durbin, Brian Dunleavy, Bruce Farrell, John Finnerty, Bridie Flynn, Ed Foley, Mary Gold, Jack and Joanne Haley, Dave and Aaron Keene, Jamie Jones, Ann Kerwin, Richard Limke, Kevin Lussick, Rick McMurray, Richard McNichols, Patty Martin, Sean Moore, Bridget Murray, Gertie O'Kennedy, Father Dan O'Sullivan, Ann Purcell, Marianne Quinn, Teresa Roddy, Chris Scanlon, Mary Sheehy, Megan Tierney, Sarah Turner, Lexton Williams, Joan Wisely, Kevin Wisely, and your family members and friends that may also need prayers at this time, as well as the caregivers, our doctors and nurses, and our own family members that are helping us, as we hear this song by Pat Charlie McKenna and Irish Harvest Day, and then followed up with a Michigan group called Equinox, Fall is Here.
As I walk down the London street, neath the sky is dark and grey, familiar sound I cannot hear, my mind is drifting away across the deep blue ocean, down that old roadway, to hear again the thrashing mill on an Irish harvest day. It's an Irish harvest day, just long passed away. Beautiful memories that never will decay. No matter where I wander, no matter where I stray, I tread again my footsteps home on this Irish harvest day. I can see my dear old mother outside her cabin door, singing songs, all Irish songs I long to hear once more. And I wonder if she's waiting with kind words she might say. God bless you all, and a welcome home on this Irish harvest day. It's an Irish harvest day that's long passed away. The beauty footsteps home on this Irish harvest day. Everything is changed now, there's no one there no more. The roses, they're dead and gone outside that old half door. The young ones have all scattered, the old ones passed away. There's no one there to greet me on this Irish harvest day. It's an Irish harvest day that's long passed away. The beautiful memory that never will decay. No matter where I wander, no matter where I stray, I tread again my footsteps home on this Irish harvest day. I tread again my footsteps home on this Irish harvest day.
To their pastures far and near, but stand close in the last warm sun. Around the place I'll know that fall is here. When the limbs of the apple and the pear lean down with their fruit so near, and me children go a-gathering. Around the place I'll know that fall is here. And when the corn goes into dent, across the fields like old men appear, and we pick it and store it all away. Around the place I'll know that fall is here. And when the hunters come from town, seeking the pheasant and the deer, with their dogs in front to point the game, around the place I'll know that fall is here. When the hay and straw are in the barn, stacked to the roof, tier on tier, smelling like a summer come and gone, around the place I'll know that fall is here. Around the place I'll know that fall is here. When the evenings come early and the mornings are clear, over fallow fields that I've worked this year, around the place I'll know that fall is here.
Fall is here, and we have another call already. It's from our good friend Porrick Egan. Porrick, how are you today on this nice sunny fall day in October in Detroit area?
Well, just as you said, Kathleen, just a beautiful, hello to you and Bruce and the listeners. Just an absolute beautiful day, beautiful October day. I know that you were in Florida last week, and we're I hate to see what's happening down there. you were down there the right week, as it turned out.
Oh, God was good. I was going to say, I would thank Angela Ryan for being able to host the show last Sunday. My sister and brother and I, there was 4 of us that went down and visited our 94-year-old aunt in Sarasota, Florida. And unbelievable that this week it's a whole different scene down there. So, yeah, lots of prayers for those folks, but I had a wonderful visit, and long time in coming with the COVID and health issues and that. I haven't seen my aunt for 4 years, and I used to see her twice a year. But the last time was when she was 90, so it was a well overdue trip, and lots of laughs, lots of stories, and thank God we got down there and back safely, and pray for all those that are left with the devastation of Ian. Hurricane and cyclone. It's just amazing, the damage that has been done. But I know you didn't call to talk about that. I thank you for mentioning it, though. And what kind of news do you have to share with us?
Literally hundreds of games going on in Ireland, throughout the country, as we were reaching the semi-final and the final stages of the Senior Club Championship in any of the counties. Every major playing field in Ireland, there's games of consequence going on. As we have discussed, the club is the heartbeat of the GAA, and that beat is very strong and vibrant at the moment. We'll return to that in a minute and give you some results. But this week, the GAA community in Ireland lost one of its great footballers of the 70s and the 80s, Brian Mullins from Dublin, from the GAA club, passed away after a short illness. And those of us who watched Gaelic football in those years remember him as a powerful midfield player who won All Ireland finals with the Dublin senior county team. That team was known as Heffo's Heroes, named after their manager, Kevin Heffernan. Brian Mullins brought an excitement and intensity to the game. He was a physical education teacher and used his education in that field to bring a level of fitness and determination to the sport that catapulted Dublin into being a powerhouse team after many years as a mediocre team. It also brought young people in Dublin who were maybe soccer fans over to Gaelic football. That's kind of the influence that he had on that Dublin team of the 70s and the 80s. Of course, in those days, Kathleen, we didn't have any, we didn't even have a telephone in our house, so we didn't do any Twitter or anything. So really, our was strictly on the TV. And you've got to remember, there was only one TV station in Ireland at that time. So that's the kind of influence that he would have had. Anyhow, after his playing days, he continued to manage and mentor teams, and had a large presence, especially at Dublin GAA. And we all remember the epic games that he played in against Kerry. So may he rest in peace.
Yes,
so,
I was going to say lots of things have come into tributes about him, and he sounded like a wonderful influence on the GAA.
Yeah, just one of those kind of powerful man on the field, and kind of a powerful personality. You know what I mean? That kind of person. But anyhow, so we're talking about, I mentioned about the great games he played against Kerry, and so talking about Kerry, 2 weeks ago, it was 40 years since one of the great All-Ireland finals, the final of 1982, and it was remembered in the past few weeks in the Irish newspapers, and I just thought maybe we'd go back to 1980, back to 40 years ago to 1982, where Kerry were seeking their 5th championship in a row, and who could stop them? The team features some of the most recognizable names in sport at that time, and in fact, these names are still big names in sport and in Gaelic games. You had Owen Liston and John O'Keefe, Paddy O'Shea, John Egan, Pat Spillane, Jack O'Shea, Charlie Nelligan, and so on. And so 40 years ago, the last weekend, the All-Ireland final was played between Kerry and Offaly. Kerry had beaten Offaly by 7 points in 1981, and they really appeared to be even a better team in 1982. The game ebbed and flowed, and was really a fantastic game of open football and scoring. But as it came down to the last few minutes, Kerry were ahead as expected, but only by 2 points. The All-Ireland, the fifth All-Ireland was really in sight at that point, and as I say, champagne was on ice, and a massive celebration would probably occur in minutes. But Offaly were going to fight it to the last kick of the game, and then the goal happened, and the goal that was talked about for many years. Kathleen, if you have that little bit of a clip, it'll kind of just let the listeners know the excitement of that day 40 years ago.
And this is against Offaly, right? Kerry and Offaly?
Yeah, 1982 All-Ireland final, Kerry and Offaly, a couple of minutes left in the game, Kerry ahead by 2 points, looking to win their fifth All-Ireland.
All right.
This is Liam Connor, the fullback, a high lobbing, dropping ball in towards the goal line, a shot, a goal, a goal for Offaly. There was a goal in the game, a goal. Oh, what a goal! And Offaly lead in the dying moments. Here it is again. The ball coming in, and here's Liam Connor, who's come up from fullback. He sends a high ball in towards the goal mouth. It's feeling in there, and the ball is buried into the back of the net by the sub who came on, by the sub Seamus Darby. And the score is now Offaly 18, Kerry 17.
How amazing, huh?
Yeah, so Kathleen, that was the goal that actually has been subject of many conversations, and actually even a good number of documentaries over the years. It was just one of those moments in sport. And as I said earlier, in those days we didn't have as many, we didn't have many television stations, we didn't have as much media. So when you had an All-Ireland final like that, the whole country was kind of transfixed on the game, and it just seemed to take on a, even bigger presence than normal. By the way, the commentator on that game was the legendary Micheál O'Hare. So that was a little bit of history. Now we're up to, of course, to October of 2022, and even as we speak, Kathleen, there's some big games going on in Ireland in the club championships, hurling, football, Gaelic and ladies football, and we've got senior, junior, and intermediate. So many different games going on. But I'm going to, just for your listeners, might be from some of these counties and maybe they recognize some of the names. So I was just going to give you a few results of some of the games. If you
Sounds
mind.
good. Go ahead.
So in County Cavan, you had Gowna beat Crosserlough, Clare Innis Simon over St. Brackens. In Derry, it's Slaughtneil beat Swathra. In Donegal, St. Union over Glencar. Dublin, Nafina beat Ballyboden St. Indas. In Cork, Nemo Rangers over Ballincollig. In Wicklow, Bray Emmett beat Glenealy. Then I give you just three hurling results. Galway, St. Thomas beat Clarenbridge. In Waterford, Ballygunner beat Mount Sion. And in Monaghan, Castleblaney beat Carrickmacross. So that's and on and on and on. I could literally take up probably most of your show if I was to give you all the results.
And there would be some of them that are like, you haven't named my team yet.
Well, the next time I'll call you in, it'll actually be final. So I will have the winners. I will have the club winners in the different counties, and then of course those clubs will go forward to the provincial finals, and eventually to an All-Ireland club final, and that will probably be somewhere in late November. So that's kind of a little bit of a very quick roundup, Kathleen, on the sport, some history. And I thought that because I'd mentioned 1982, that maybe I'd pick the music from around that same time, if you can fit it into your...
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And the group I picked was a group called Moving Heart, and they had at that time four members: Christy Moore, Declan Sinnott, Donald Lunny, and Davy Spillane. And those actually four musicians are still very much in demand in Ireland. 40 years later, Christy Moore has announced a tour of Ireland at the end of 2022 to 2023, and he's actually has sold out 12 concerts in Dublin.
Wow.
So that'll tell you something that, So this Moving Hearts were just one of those groups that we had just these great musicians got together and had a huge influence in music in Ireland at that time and over the years. And the song was called Irish Ways and Irish Laws. And remember now, in 1982, he had the troubles in Northern Ireland. That was at the forefront of the news. And you'll hear a message at the end of the song, somebody who was, hoping that things would improve, which very happily they did.
Right. Well, very good. I appreciate you selecting this song, and as we listen to this, we encourage everyone to give suggestions. We're open to suggestions, whether I have a theme or not. We love playing the music that people love hearing, and so this is one I haven't played. I appreciate it.
Have you heard that song before, Kathleen?
I have heard the song, but I never did play it. I was hooked on, well, we go back as far as albums, as long as we're reminiscing the past, albums and cassettes and then CDs. But this is a good one, so thanks.
All right, Kathleen. We'll be in touch again in the coming weeks.
All right, God bless for it. Appreciate it. And we'll have a listen to Moving Hearts with Irish Ways and Irish Laws.
Once upon a time there was Irish ways and Irish laws, villages of Irish blood, waking to the morning, waking to the morning. Then the Vikings came around, turned us up and turned us down, started building boats and towns. They tried to change our living, tried to change our living. Cromwell and his soldiers came, started centuries of shame, but they could not make us turn. We are a river flowing, we're a river flowing. Again the soldiers came, burnt our houses, stole our grain, shot the farmers in their fields, working for a living. We have been down the secret of the water sound has kept the spirit of a man above the pain descending, above the pain descending. Today the struggle carries on. I wonder will I live so long to see the gates being opened up to a people and time there was. Irish ways and Irish laws, villages of Irish blood, waken to the morning, waken to the morning.
Certainly if we sat there and said, there's never going to be any hope, you know, and be pessimistic about it, where would anybody get? I am a Christian, and a good Christian believes that we'll gain peace through reconciliation, and yes, it will come one day.
Was that you heard that the message that Pádraig Keegan was mentioned at the end of that song, and yes, Moving Hearts was a fabulous group, and then wonderful entertainers in their own right, and gosh, I'd love to go see Christy Moore in concert.
I had chills all throughout that song.
Yeah, I was going to say, Dan and I had the good fortune of seeing him 2 weekends in a row.
Lucky year.
Once, I couldn't tell you what year, but he was in Toronto, and then he was at the Chicago festival. And we went to both places, just amazing entertainer. With that, before we go much further, let's say Labraha Hana. What are we going to say? We're going to say happy birthday in English. Labraha Hana to the following people. And since this is just the start of October, we're going to go backwards one day and wish Robert Quinn and Maggie Shore a very happy birthday, although I know Maggie is my niece in Traverse City, and yes, she was having a nice birthday. Today, we do have Anna Donahue and Brendan O'Leary celebrating their birthdays. Tomorrow, Monday, is Jack Clancy's, my niece Kathleen Dewan, Jack Giovanni, and Kathleen Murray's birthday. Tuesday is Judy Brown and Kathy Tadd. Wednesday, Jim Quinn. Thursday, Jayala Henry and Susan Rennie. And Friday is Ann Kerwin and another niece of mine, Christy Lane. And Saturday, we end up with Danny Green. A very happy birthday to all of you, wishing you many more healthy, happy years. And then let's go with the anniversaries as well. A big cohort. Just today is Dave and Erin Keene, 29th anniversary. They were just recipients of the honor of being Michigan Irish Hall of Fame inductees, and wishing them a good day today and improved health, as they've both been on our prayer list. Tomorrow is Chris and Mandy Schropp's 7-year anniversary. Tuesday is Joe and Mary McDonald, and I'm not sure what year, but it's 40-plus years of marriage. Wednesday, we have Paul and Agnes Gowdy celebrating 54 years of marriage, and Stephen and Sheila Maloney, 26 years. Congratulations to you. And on Friday, we have Joe and Angela Urban celebrating 55 years of marriage. Congratulations to all those couples. Once again, wishing you good health and much happiness in the years to come. We have lots of news to share. As I had mentioned, we do have what do I want to say? A change in our Detroit Irish Musician Association. They have, for many years, had the first Tuesday of the month session at the Gaelic League. Well, starting in October, this week, October 5th, they have moved their sessions to Wednesdays. And the same setup, and we'll hear more about it when we have some of the members come here for the end of the show today. But they meet around 6:30, and then they have music going until 9 o'clock. And it looks like right now we have another phone call, so we'll share more of that. But right now, let's hear what our good friend Kathleen Pratika has to say. Kathleen, how are you today?
I'm great, Kathleen. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing great here. We're looking forward to some live music to end our show today with the Detroit Irish Musician Association, or DIMA, coming here for a bit of a session and finding out more about their group and how people can join, as well as come to the session on now what's going to be Wednesdays. So, but you have other things to share with us. What's going on in Kathleen Partika's life and all your planning of various of Irish events?
Well, I'm really excited about the. I keep getting back. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but anyways, children's Halloween party on Saturday, October 22nd, from 12 to 2. And we're asking for donations from our members of candy to give to the kids. But we're going to have I just got all the crafts out, and we're going to have cookies that they can decorate. And we always have a lot of games that they play. So looking forward to seeing all the kids. If they're a little older than 10 years old, if they want to come and help the little kids have a good time, they're more than welcome. But the party's basically for children up to the age of 10. So. Okay,
and do you want them to RSVP at all?
Yes, thank you for reminding me. Yes, they need to RSVP. They can call up at the bar. There's a list that we started there, or they can also give me a call at 586-254-3541. So we want to have that done. Let's see, 22nd. 21st, probably by the 19th, so we have enough bags and everything for the kids.
Okay, that sounds good. And it has been fun in the past. We do welcome children, and they're not at a loss of activities.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, there's a lot of laughs and a lot of action going on. We send the kids home very tired.
Yeah, there's crafts, there's games, there's
decorating cookies.
The decorating the cookies, yes, all of it is so nice. And we'll
have food for them as well. So
okay, thank you for doing that or undertaking it. And if there's a few people that hear this and want to assist you, they can email the Gaelic League if they want to help, or are you all set?
Or they could just give me a call. No, I haven't got all my people yet. I haven't got all my peeps. So sure, yeah, if anybody wants to help me out, that'd be awesome. Because like I said, there's a lot of action and carrying on that goes on, which is great. Right. That's what it's all about.
That's why it's called the party.
Yes.
So what other good news?
The other thing is the Gaelic League's having a Halloween party for the adults on Saturday, October 29th. We're asking everybody to bring a dish to pass just to have, something to eat and everything like that. We're encouraging costumes. We would love to have that. Black Murray, the band Black Murray is going to be featured. And we have our good friend Susan Santern from the Lucan booth coming down and doing tarot card readings for $10 a reading. So lots of fun things at the Gaelic League in October. It's always a good month to kick back and do a lot of stuff. So.
Right. I was going to say, and even this coming Saturday, we have the Cracktoberfest.
Cracktoberfest. I'm so excited about that. I found my perfect thing that I'm going to enter. I'm not going to give any details, but I'm encouraging people to come out and support. Liz does such a wonderful job, Liz Steinsman, on that. And then they can stay in, and I think the Codgers are coming in on the 8th.
Yes, yeah, the Codgers are back. Or at least
it's going to be a hopping place.
I was going to say, at least I know the John Freeman and Nick Mansfield were scheduled, but the last I saw it said Codgers, so I'm thinking it's more than just the two of them. But regardless, it's going to be a fun night. So.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep. All right, Kathleen, appreciate the call, appreciate the news. We look forward to being a part of this fun, and I will definitely assist you, all right?
Oh, great, Kathy. See how that goes?
Yeah.
That's awesome. You always have fun with the kids anyway.
Oh, I do. Right? Yep.
I didn't even have to put her on the spot there.
Yeah,
She volunteered.
No.
Oh, yeah, and I heard that you're going to be helping out as well, Bruce.
I probably will be, actually.
Now that's called putting them on the spot.
No, I'm glad to help out with anything, Kathleen.
Yeah, no,
okay.
it is a fun
thing.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Kathleen,
All
appreciate
right,
it.
you guys take care.
Yep.
Hopefully I'll see you in a little bit. All right,
Oh,
thanks.
good.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye. And with that, let's go into some more music. This time round, and of course, I'm going to say, Bruce, where's my paper? No.
You're shuffling the papers.
He doesn't like when I do that. I guess it does. You can hear it. But anyways, I always encourage people and say we accept news, we accept requests. Well, we have a request today from no one other than our newest friend and team player and fan and someone that checks in every week, and that's Stacy Skinador, all the way from Illinois. She not only listens to the program via the crbradio.com, but she shares it with many people, and we do appreciate that.
Hold on.
Don't play it yet. Oh, Bruce, you
Hold
have
on.
to stop.
There you go.
We're so excited to do this, but I have lots of news to share because Stacy not only requested a song, but she did the next step of research, and well, she already knew and shared lots of information. So I want to thank Stacy for that. The group I'm not familiar with is the Whistling Donkeys. And I found out through Stacy that they're a 6-piece Irish folk rock band who hail from County Tyrone, and they were formed in 2011. There are 3 founding members, and winners of the 2011 All-Ireland score are Stephen Corrigan, Virgo McAloon, and Thomas Quinn. Over time, they've added Oscar Bradley, Mickey Kerr, and Danny McCormick. And guess what? Stacy learned about the Whistling Donkeys by listening to Cave Radio. She first became acquainted with them on Johnny Costello's show, which is on Sundays prior to us at 10 o'clock from 10 till noon. Studio One, you can listen to Johnny Costello. And so she found them listening to Cave Radio. Of course, during the lockdown, we all kind of went to our computers looking for some Irish music. And so thank you, Stacy. The song that we are going to hear is Isle of Hope, Isle of Tears. And because we're thinking of autumn, can you imagine people coming from Ireland, or for that matter, many countries that immigrated and went through Ellis Island, not having any idea what our weather was going to be like? And truly, for those of us in the Midwest, having wonderful 4 seasons and being able to see the changing colors of the tree leaves, and just had to be wonderful, not realizing what came next was lots of snow. And then we look forward to the spring and summer. So I thought, how appropriate. We talk about people all the time and immigrants. This is most appropriate to play the Whistling Donkeys, Isle of Hope, Isle of Tears. And then I'm going to follow it with another selection, I think, of immigrants. And this is the Black family, who we've been hearing a lot with Eva Scott being here recently. What a time it must have been on those ships when they could, not talking coffin ships, but the ships bringing people to America with the sense of hope, but also sadness leaving, but mingling with people from all different nations and coming here and having a taste of different foods and different music. So let's listen to this for all the immigrants, and for Stacy Skinador, and for all that listen on a regular basis to the different shows that are on Cave Radio, the Green Wave. We thank you so very much.
On the first day of January 1892, they opened Ellis Island and they let the people through. And the first to cross the threshold of that Isle of hope and tears was Annie Moore from Ireland, who was all of 15 years. Isle of hope, Isle of tears, Isle of freedom, Isle of fears, but it's not the Isle you leave behind. That Isle of hunger, Isle of pain, Isle you'll never see again. But the Isle of home is always on your mind. In a little bag she carried all her past and history, and her dreams for the future in the land of liberty. And courage is your passport when your whole world disappears. But there's no future in the past when you're 15 years. Isle of hope, Isle of tears, Isle of freedom, Isle of fears, but it's not the Isle you leave behind. That Isle of hunger, Isle of pain, Isle you'll never see again. But the Isle of home is always on your mind. When they closed down Ellis Island in 1943, 17 million people had come there for sanctuary. And in the springtime when I came here, I stepped onto its beach, and I thought of how it must have been when you're 15 years. Isle of hope, Isle of tears, Isle of freedom, Isle of fears, but it's not the Isle you leave behind. That Isle of hunger, Isle of pain, Isle you'll never see again. But the Isle of home is always on your mind. That Isle of hunger, Isle of pain, Isle you'll never see again. But the Isle of home is always on your mind.
When evictions and the famine packed the ships that sailed from Cork, they were bound for Ellis Island in the harbour of New York. This new world, this land of plenty, must have seemed so very strange, but they had their fiddles, pipes and songs to help them through the change. What a time it must have been when the century had turned and all the music came together in the brave new world. What a time it must have been when the century had turned and all the music came together in the brave new world. There were Germans, Poles, Italians playing polka zumba style. The boys who had them reeling. They came from Old Aaron's Isle, Huey, Ennis, Coleman, Morrison, bands made up by Chief O'Neill. Daddy Rice's soft shoe shuffle, while he fiddled jigs and reels. What a time it must have been when the century had turned and all the music came together in the brave new world. What a time it must have been when the century had turned and all the music came together in the brave new world. In the Appalachian Mountains, tunes took on new names. Likewise in Philadelphia, where the Irish minstrels reign. Every Friday night, the Flanagans played at Tomb of Lord, New York, singing "Dur-a-lura-lura," and me Irish molly-o, drinking rare old Irish whiskey from Cavan and Mayo. In war camps and vaudeville halls, Irish music met black rhythms with a sound that shook the walls. Such a joyful syncopation this odd couple then did make. At times some called it crazy, it's called rock and roll of fate. What a time it must have been when the century had turned and all the music came together in the brave new world. What a time it must have been when the century had turned and all the music came together in the brave new world. What a time it must have been when the century had turned and all the music came together in the brave new world. What a time it must have been when the century had turned and all the music came together in the brave new world. What a time it must have been when the century had turned and all the music came together in the brave new world.
Well, this is a fun show. I love when I hear from people, and we are hearing from another one of our favorites, that's Sheila Cassidy. How are you doing today, Sheila, on this wonderful fall day?
Oh, I'm totally enjoying today. I'm out there.
Uh-oh.
We're breaking up here.
You're breaking up, Sheila. Stand still.
Is that better? Are we there?
We're good. Okay.
Okay, good. I'm just outside playing in the dirt, which I love to do on any given moments I have free. So I'm enjoying the sunshine. Hopefully yourself and Bruce can get out and do so as well.
Oh, it's just nice to be seeing the sun coming through the windows as well.
I did my outdoor yesterday.
Okay, I can hire you then. Well, listen, I don't want to take up too much of your time, Kathleen and Bruce, but I just wanted to call on behalf of the Queen of the Detroit United Irish Societies. We are having a fun fall family Ceilidh Day on Sunday, October 16th. And we're going to be hosting that at the AOH Hall from 1 to 4. Our dear friend Liz Heinzman is going to teach us the steps if we don't already know them. And if we do know them, she's going to make sure we're doing them correctly. All are welcomed. The bar will be open. We will be selling pizza at mid-time during our event. And children under 10 are free, and anyone else, $5 donation. And it's to help promote and to support the Queen of the Detroit United Irish Societies program.
I think that's a fabulous, fun event. And it's a family fall Ceilidh event. Everybody's getting exercise, everyone learning something about our own culture if you don't already know it, and just a good time to be had by all. So, Sheila, do we need no reservations? People just show up, right?
Just show up. And you know, Kathleen, when we were in Ireland with Claudia and Sarah this past August, Councillor John Paul took us to Mallow, which is in North Cork.
Right.
And we actually were able to experience firsthand Ceilidh dancing at the crossroads in the country on a Sunday evening. And it was absolutely beautiful. We were just taken back by it. We've seen Ceilidh, we've heard about it being done in Ireland, but to actually be in the field, experiencing it, and they are so professional with it. They have a stage that closes up at night where the band plays. They have a stage out there, platform, and everyone comes from near and far. There had to be 200 people there, and they do it every Sunday in the summer months.
Isn't that cool? I experienced it once when I was in Ireland, but I knew that was an impact on these young girls when I heard them speak at the presentation they gave at the United Irish Society's meeting. That that is something that will stick with you forever, and it just seems so appropriate that that's what they want to do, is put on a 𝐾𝐈 dance to raise funds to keep the program going for the next set of girls.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
So if anyone has the time, you can come right after church, get a couple steps in, grab some pizza, work off some of those pizza bites for a few more hours, and just come out and have a good time and support a good cause at the same time.
Excellent. And no one better than teaching it than Liz Heinzman, who is, along with her mom, Kitty Heinzman, very professional at teaching the 𝐾𝐈 steps. Good time. So
absolutely. She said she'd go easy on the beginners, so I'm going to fall into that crew with the bad knee and a bad ankle. I can use that as an excuse.
I was going to say, I think you'll have to wear some big badge, though, because we all know that you are not a beginner.
There we go.
Yeah.
Listen, have a wonderful day. Get out soon and enjoy the sunshine. And thank you and Bruce for doing this every Sunday.
Oh, we have fun, too. So thanks, Sheila, for making it worthwhile with more news. It's always appreciated. God bless you.
God bless.
Yep. Take care. And it is a fun event to come down to 𝐾𝐈 dancing. And as we talk about 𝐾𝐈, it's so much fun that we're into October and everything is resuming. If you want to learn set dancing on Monday nights at the Gaelic League, that's a little different than the 𝐾𝐈 dancing. But Anne McCullum is now free to come back over from Windsor, Canada, to teach these classes. Started last week from 7 to 9 p.m. on Monday nights. We did learn that the 𝙬𝙬𝙬, we'll learn more about them as they start coming in here for a little bit of a session at the end, and then they're going to be playing music until 5 o'clock today. You're welcome to come down to the Gaelic League, 2068 Michigan Avenue in Corktown, Detroit, to enjoy their music. But their new session day is the first Wednesday of the month from 6:30 to 9 o'clock at the Gaelic League. And upstairs, the Gaelic language classes, or the language circle will be taking place from 7 to 9 p.m. And then on Fridays, the Ardon Academy of Irish Dance has their 𝐾𝐞𝐭𝐫 from 8 to 10 p.m. Actually, I believe it's Liz that will be teaching it. And I'm not quite sure. We'll have to find out from Liz if the beginners are starting as well prior to the 𝐾𝐈. But those are some of the classes that are happening here at the Gaelic League. And I guess I should also make mention, this Family Fall 𝐾𝐈 dance is out at the AOH Hall on Sunday, October 16 from 1 to 4 p.m. And that is the same day that our monthly pub quiz that's at the Gaelic League. So you do your 𝐾𝐈 dancing. You might have to cut short just a few minutes and come down for the pub quiz that starts at 4 o'clock to 7. And actually, they're on Irish time. I won't say that too loud, but it will be start by 4:30. So you do have time to leave one thing and then come down to another wonderful event if you're still looking for some more fun. With that, how about we go into a song from Aoife Scott? So, surprise, surprise, Bruce is in control of the board, what's going to happen?
We could have a whole show of Aoife Scott.
Right.
I wouldn't complain.
But what's cool about this one, Bruce, it's from her new album that she had here when she was here recently in concert. And the album is called Select, I believe?
Select It.
Select It. And what she has done is taken some of, I guess, her favorites and with different people. This one, I believe, was written, was it by Enda or was it Andrew?
I'm not even certain. I think it was Andrew.
I think it was Andrew now that I said it out loud. But in this song, she has a fellow named Ron Block that's a part of it. And it is Sweet October. Yes, we are into Sweet October. And being sung by Aoife Scott. And then followed up with another very talented female Irish musician, and that's Unya Manyog with the harp. The song that she is playing is the Harvest Moon Jig. For all of you getting ready for the 𝐾𝐈, let's get those jig steps in.
Wesley Roads, where you know they feed the soul. Stop a while where the water meets the stone. Take a breath, you can almost taste the sea. It's a half-hour drive down towards 𝐾𝐞𝐭𝐫. And come, sweet October, all this will come together. All the things you'll ever hope for, sunsets in sweet October skies. Yesterday, oh, I thought I read your mind, of Amsterdam and to the Alpine skies. All those times you think deserve a smile will come again if you give a little time. And come, sweet October, all this will come together. All the things you'll ever hope for, sunsets in sweet October skies. We won't even mind the rain. It'll be a perfect day. Give it all and you give more than most. But the western breeze, it always gives you hope. Ease your mind for better dreams tonight, of Wesley Roads in the evening light. And come, sweet October, all this will come together. All the things you'll ever hope for, sunsets in sweet October. And come, sweet October, all this will come together. All the things you'll ever hope for, sunsets in sweet October skies. We won't even mind the rain. It'll be a perfect day. We won't even mind the rain. It'll be a perfect day.
Okay, we're going to take a break between this perfect day to talk to Brita Kelly Miller. Brita, how are you today?
Oh, I'm wonderful. And how are you, Kathleen?
Very, very good. We've had lots of calls today, and it's been great. And I know you have news to share. So what's going on in Brita Kelly's Miller's life?
Well, lots of good things. So we were fortunate enough to present Mrs. Kelly's Journey Home, my play about my mom's immigration from Ireland and my journey as her caregiver, in July in Chicago at Chief O'Neill's. And for 3 performances, it went over so well that we were invited back to appear at the big Irish cultural event in a couple of weeks in Chicago called IBAM, which is Irish Beats, Arts, and Music at the Irish American Heritage Center.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's so exciting. So it's just a one performance. It's a matinee on Sunday, October 16th at 2 p.m. And one of the things I learned about Chicago is that parking is really a big issue in anything. And that's one of the beautiful things about events at the Irish American Heritage Center. It's in on the north side of Chicago with ample parking. So yay.
Oh, wonderful.
And I lived in Chicago for 17 years. I know about the parking situation, believe
Oh
me.
my gosh.
I gave up my car after 2 years. I finally said, no, I can't have a car anymore.
I didn't realize what an ordeal and how every decision you make about going someplace, what time you leave, where you go, all those things are all connected to where you're going to park. So anyway, I just throw that in there as to say that it won't be an issue for October 16th.
Sounds wonderful. And we wish you much success, and somehow we're going to have to get you back doing another performance here or close by, because there was a lot of people that didn't make the one at the league and have heard all about it and wish they were able to see it. So,
well, thank you. I am.
Go on.
We're hoping to have a couple of things in November in southeastern Michigan, so I'll make sure I tell you about it. And if anybody wants to get tickets or find out, it's very simple for Chicago. It's IBAM Chicago.com.
Okay. IBAMChicago.com?
Yep.
Okay, very good. We
Great.
do have listeners in Chicago, so we hopefully they can get out to see you and meet you. All right?
It'll be great fun. Thanks so much, Kathleen. Take care.
Yep, thanks for the quick call-in. And with that, I want to make mention that and thank those that have tuned in so far and checked in, including our friend from Illinois. I'm not sure how close Stacy Skinador is to this Irish American Heritage Center, but just heard that one of our local people are going to be putting on this one woman's play there on October 16th. But thanks, Stacy, for checking in once again, and we feel the love, and hopefully you do likewise. Also, Dan Martin from Washington, up the rock, is checking in with us. Thanks, Dan. Chrissy Kelly and Patrick John, and I'm sure there's more, and we'll let you know when we get more. But thanks for tuning in, and now we're going to go back. By now you have either your dancing shoes on or your shoes off. Let's go do the Harvest Moon Jig. Okay. I am delighted to share with you some news about Endon Riley, who is going to be the next song up. Endon sent a nice little note out this week that his new album, The Waters and the Wild, which is about Yeats' poetry put to music and sung by Endon Riley, has been released and available everywhere. It says listen, follow links, and find out all about it on his website. And enjoy. He said, I enjoyed creating it and hope you enjoy the poetry in a fresh, new way. Well, Bruce and I had the pleasure of having Endon Riley here when it was first being released, and it was amazing, wasn't it, Bruce?
It was. We gave him the radio show to do that day, basically.
Oh, yeah.
We had a few songs that we played, but mostly it was his playing and singing that got us through our show.
Oh, and it was gorgeous, and I have to admit that, yeah, I've heard Yeats' poetry, but not like Endon Riley did it, especially with the music. So check out his website, Endon Riley, ENDAREILLY.com, and also you can purchase. We have purchased a number of his pieces that way, and you can get the album itself, or you can get it digitized, and so check it out, whatever works for you. It's also on Bandcamp.
It's on Bandcamp.
Yeah.
I have purchased all of our music through Bandcamp, but to let you know, the first Friday of November, October, November, and December, they're giving more money that you pay to the artists rather than keeping a portion for themselves, so giving more to the artists.
Oh,
so that's
nice.
a nice thing to do on
Nice.
the first Friday up until December, the first Friday in December.
Isn't that nice? And then also he made mention that if you purchase, it says get all 29 Endon Riley releases available on Bandcamp and save 50%. So there's savings, so check that out. But also I have received notice, and I do have it here. We don't want to run out of time before I share, but Endon just sent me a notice that he will be playing at the Fish Fry in the AOH Hall on October 14th, Friday night, and the very next night he will be at the Gaelic League on the 15th. And he's also listening to the show, so thank you, Endon. You're going to hear one of your own in a few minutes, and you'll be surprised, the one we've selected. But let me just talk about the AOH Fish Fry. It's every Friday, and it's all you can eat, fried or baked fish, fries, coleslaw, and a roll. And then each week they have an option menu, and that this week it's going to be you can have chicken and mashed potatoes if you don't want the French fries. The meal is $14 for adults, children $6. The doors open at 5 o'clock, and food is served from 5:30 to 7:30. This week, the entertainer is Eastside Mike Sullivan, and is sponsored by the Friends of St. Patrick. And as Endon has mentioned, the week from Friday, on the 14th, he will be the entertainer, sponsored by Helen Gallagher. So nice to hear that. And then once again, he will be at the Gaelic League on October 15th from 8:30 to 11 p.m. So what's the song selected? Well, if you go to Bandcamp, you see all these different choices that you can have, and we thought we actually had 3 different choices because this is the autumn theme, and then it was like, whoa, we're playing Come Harvest Day. Come Harvest Day can be purchased on Bandcamp. This is a song that Endon Riley released with Kurt Trammell on October 14th of 2021, so just a year ago. A song that contemplates what we've lost, how progress means more and more intensive farming, and we hear some advice from the past when manual labor on farms were more prevalent in both the U.S. and Ireland. So this is not from To the Waters and the Wild, album, and it's not from Whispering, which is another album that was released this year by Endon Riley, but this is one that is found on Bandcamp, Come Harvest Day by Endon Riley. And then we're going to follow it with Under the Light of the Moon by Matt Cunningham. Enjoy.
It wasn't long ago our fathers tilled these fields, working in and on the land, hoping for a decent yield. Their tired, callous hands showed us what their love was for. Round the table with their friends, remember how they told us, hold tightly to the plow, keep our rows straight, never plant our dreams too thin. We only get out what we put in, come harvest day. Come harvest day, only the lonely silo stands to remind us of those days. Like a watchtower on the land, whistling 40 old ways. And I know we've done our best, but what's happened on our watch? The fence rows have all gone, and it seems there's just one crop. Yes, it seems we've got to hold tightly to the plow. The only time we have is now. Let's keep our roads straight, for the seasons never wait. Never plant our dreams too thin. We only get out what we put in. Come harvest day. Come harvest day. Come harvest day. Come harvest day. We've left nature in the dust. She's sleeping, I suppose. The old farmyard's full of rust. On and on it goes. On and on it goes. On and on, so hold tightly to the plow. The only time we have is now. Let's keep our roads straight, for the seasons never wait. And never plant our dreams too thin. They only get out what we put in. See you round the table once again. Come harvest day. Come harvest day. Come harvest day. Come harvest day. Come harvest day.
I took me a walk one late summer's evening. I walked till the sun left the sky. Then a gentle harvest moon, like the rose, came out in bloom and shone down its light from on high. Then a couple I did see, they were in love as love can be, as they danced and they held each other tight. Oh, the stars were in the skies, they were twinkling in their eyes under the silver moonlight. Under the light of the moon, under the light of the moon, true as the stars are in the skies, I will love you till I die. Under the light of the moon. As I watched them pledge their love for each other, the tears down my face they did flow. For how were they to know that my heart was breaking so, for a love that I cannot let go? Then they quickly walked along till round the corner they were gone. I did beg to the moon in the sky, Mr. Man that's in the moon, let the time be coming soon when my true love to me will cry. Under the light of the moon, under the light of the moon, true as the stars are in the skies, I will love you till I die. Under the light of the moon, true as the stars are in the skies, I will love you till I die. Under the light of the moon.
Okay, it looks like a few of the Detroit Irish Music Association members, DIMA, have entered, and we're going to have them on soon so we can find out more about them. And if you're one of those ones that are wanting to know more or would like to meet and see if it's something you'd like to do, come on down. They're going to be here until about 5 today playing music, and if you have an instrument, come join them. If you're a beginner, you're welcome. If you're seasoned, you're really welcome. The more the merrier. That's what it's all about. We are located at 2068 Michigan Avenue in Corktown, Detroit, and would love to have this become a regular event. At least once a month we could have a session here on a Sunday, or perhaps more frequently. But just a little reminder, we have other things that are happening. I mentioned the Croctoberfest just briefly. This is happening this coming Saturday, October 8th, at the Gaelic League. It is a fabulous event, backed by popular demand. Starts at 6 o'clock. However, if you're one of those ones that have an entry, you will want to get here sooner. It's like a taste fest, but for those of you that do a lot of crockpot cooking, this is your chance to enter your favorite dish and have it judged by those that are purchasing tickets to taste. Past entries included main dishes, stews, soups, and dessert. Setup is at 5 o'clock with food ready to be tasted and voted on at 6 o'clock. Votes are tallied and winners announced around 7:15. To enter a crockpot dish is $5, or to purchase tickets to judge is $10. And you'll be able to sample the entries In the past, they've had wonderful cash prizes for those that have contributed, and let's say that's happening again this time. Pretty much all the monies that's collected is given as prizes. So if you're interested, give Liz Heinzman a call at LizzieDew, that's LIZZYDEW, at yahoo.com. And we want to thank Liz and her team in advance for organizing this wonderful event. You'll find the application and all that on Detroit Irish Radio Facebook and also on the Gaelic League of Detroit Facebook page. So don't hesitate. The Gaelic League itself is open Fridays from 5 to midnight, Saturday noon to midnight, and Sundays from noon to 6 p.m. with special events throughout the week. Check out their website, GaelicLeagueDetroit.org. And just a little reminder, we are part of the Green Wave. On Friday nights, Bobby Brooks has his Friday night falcha from 4 to 7 p.m. Saturday is Matt O'Donnell with the Emerald Isle Express from 1 to 4. Sunday, we have Johnny Costello with the Rebel Rooster from 10 to noon on Studio 1. Myself, Kathleen O'Neill, and Bruce Smith are on Detroit Irish Radio from 1 to 3 on Studio 2 on Sundays. And our good friend Pat Johnson has the Irish Music Cafe from 4 to 6 p.m. on Studio 1. It looks like we have some of the musicians coming in. Charlene, would you like to go by one of those mics and maybe can share with us what we're about to have? You can pull it up and just tell us a little about Detroit Irish Music Association. We finally call it DIMA. Yes. And tell us how it was formed and if it's a part of the international Cultus Cultarian group.
Well, the Detroit chapter is quite old. I think it was formed around the 70s.
1970s.
1970s, yes.
It's not that
old. And
so that's 50 years ago, is it?
Don't ask me to do the math.
Yes.
So it's been around and it's moved from place to place. Presently, we have a weekly session in Ann Arbor, and that's on Thursday evening at Greenwood Church. And we've been having a once-a-month session here at the Gaelic League. It used to be on Tuesday nights. We have changed it now to Wednesday evening at the request of the League for a number of reasons. And so we're doing that on Wednesday. And yes, Detroit Irish Music Association is part of Cultus 𝐿Tuairi, which is the international Irish music organization in Ireland. We are the part of the Midwest region of the North American province of Cultus from Ireland. So, and we've had a chapter that's been active, less active, and more active off and on over the years from the 1970s.
Okay, when I started coming around, it was a Crotty Dorn branch.
It was.
It's part of that group that has changed the name to Detroit Irish Music Association, or Musician Association.
Yes, they just changed the name from Crotty Dorn to DIMA, Detroit Irish Music Association.
No one knew what a Crotty Dorn was.
We have some, pull that mic a little closer to you. So, yeah, you just pull it closer. There you go. Now, what are you saying? And maybe can we introduce the group? Sure. Go ahead. We'll start with the one that's asking the questions and being humorous.
Terrence McKinney.
Who's been around?
I've been around a while, yeah, playing traditional music. Yep, absolutely. Taught by Al Purcell on Neil and Pipes and Jim Price on the Highland Pipes before that. So I've been playing for about 40 years. Not continuously, but,
and
breaks for beer.
I was going to say, well known around the area, yes. And you're part of the sessions as well out at...
I'm going to be part of the sessions, yeah.
Here, but I mean, do you go out to Ann Arbor to...
Not too often. It's a bit of a drive.
Okay,
but,
yeah. Okay, well, we're welcome. We're happy to have you. And next we have...
Let me come up to the mic. My name is Ian McKinney. I'm a piano accordion player. I've been playing for about a year and a half. So not 40 years, but we're almost there. And yeah, I've been coming to sessions here and there throughout the summer, and I really enjoy it. I'm excited to go to the Ann Arbor sessions more, and yeah, I'm just happy to be here.
Very good.
Thanks for having
Welcome. We're happy to have you. Next up, we have
Lyle Thompson. I've been playing here in Detroit and in Windsor for some years, tenor banjo.
Okay, and you were part of the house party, were you not? With,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I've been bits and pieces of a lot of things.
Yeah, well, I was going to say with Lynn Reed, who is from Windsor. And next we have?
Hi, I'm Eleanor Carey from Detroit. I've played off and on for quite a few years, more off recently than on, but I learned fiddle from Mick and Michael Gavin and Allison Perkins, and I come to the Tuesday sessions, now Wednesday sessions at the Gaelic League with 𝐷EMA, and am involved in cultists in the Midwest region.
Okay, we'll have a selection from you, and then I want to hear from Charlene Snow, who is our spokesperson today, that about what's happening on Friday, October 14th with the Cultist Cultarian Conference coming to Detroit.
Some music first.
But we'll hear a selection. Someone want to introduce what they're going to play, or are you just going to play?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and introduce. We're going to be playing two jigs. We'll play the old favorite jig into the 𝐾𝐿, two classics. So,
okay.
Yeah. Everybody ready?
Good.
Thank you.
very, very nice. We had Terrence on the ukulele pipes, Ian on the not button accordion, what did keyboard accordion? And Lyle on the banjo, and Eleanor on the fiddle, and now we're back to Charlene. And Charlene, maybe you can tell us, for those that are new to the Detroit Irish Music Association or are curious what it's all about, you are going to be meeting October 5th. It's a Wednesday, and this will be the new first Wednesday of the month going forward. It starts at 6:30. Share with us if they're a newcomer or just learning the music, or if they're seasoned, where they fit in, and I'm sure they all fit in. So tell us a little bit about that.
What we're doing is from 6:30 to 7, usually we try to have a class where folks teach a tune. A couple of people, one or two or more, come in from the Ann Arbor group and teach a tune. There are some local Metro Detroit folks who teach a tune as well. And so they'll do that from around 6:30 to 7. And then about 7 o'clock, there will be a slow session, and then 7:30, a regular open session. So it kind of, we're hoping that it captures all the various levels of folks' experience. And that's the idea, to get people feeling comfortable so that they can come in at various levels. The Ann Arbor group also will offer lessons to people, and you can go to our website, which is www.detroitirishmusic.org, and we're also on Facebook for more information. And we do have a busy October coming up.
Okay, and with that, are you ready for another song, or are we?
I think we got one more.
Okay.
We're going to be playing a reel this time. It is another standard. It's the Banshee reel. So, yeah.
Oh, okay, and then we'll listen to what's happening next. Very, very nice. All right, Charlene, are you ready to share with us some more news? This time I went and got a mic for you. But there is a conference coming up. Is it the Midwestern Conference?
Yes, we're having the Detroit Irish Musicians Association is hosting the Midwest Regional Meeting. There's a fall meeting every year. This is the first time we've had it in Detroit in a number of years. So we'll have not that many people, maybe 10, 15 people coming in from around the Midwest for this annual meeting of 𝐿T's 𝐃𝐞𝐭, the Midwest region. And folks will be coming in probably Friday night, the 14th. We're hoping to have a session here at the Gaelic League from around 7:30 till 9 or so on that evening, with some of the people who are coming in from Chicago and St. Louis and Cincinnati and places like that, as well as some local people. Then on the 15th, we're having a business meeting at a hotel conference room, actually in Dearborn. And I think people will be coming back, some of them Saturday night, to hear 𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬, who I think is playing here on the Saturday.
Oh, that's very nice.
And yeah, and then after that, well, October 6th is our chapter's annual meeting in Ann Arbor. And then on October 20, I believe it is, there's going to be a repertoire workshop that Colleen Shanks will be doing. She'll be back here in Michigan. She's been living in Ennis, Ireland, and is a wonderful piper, and she will be doing, and that's all on our website. Folks can look at there or on the Facebook for more information on Colleen's workshops on the 20th.
Well, how nice. I thought, I saw that I thought it was going to be that she was in Ireland doing that, but she's
coming home for a bit of time, and she's going to do those in person at the church, Greenwood Church on Green Road in Ann Arbor, where the Thursday sessions are held.
Okay. Would you give the website one more time,
Sure.
just so people can go check it out for themselves?
Sure. www.detroitirishmusic.org.
Okay, and you have a couple hours to get down to the Gaelic League to meet these, a few of the fine folks that are part of this group, and bring an instrument along. It's one of those fun things where you're able to share what you know, or I think it's fun that you know a song and you want everyone else to learn it, or vice versa, you heard a song and you want to learn it from someone that already knows it. That's basically what these sessions are about. Terrence, seeing as you're the senior member here, is that how you learned a lot of
tunes than I have ever learned.
Pardon me?
I've forgotten more tunes than I have ever learned.
Oh, but you know a lot of tunes, right? and being you're one of the new ones in the group. Is that how you're learning some of the music?
Yeah, I learned a lot of the music from coming into the sessions and recording it on my phone, then going home and learning it by ear. That's a really good way to not only learn the music, but also learn the stylistic playing on my accordion. So that's really helped me a lot.
Very nice. And anyone else that wants, Eleanor or Lyle? You know a lot of tunes too, Lyle. Through the years, you've picked up with playing with the various groups, and they had sessions here years ago. So it's kind of nice if they could be revived, right?
I don't like to think about how many years ago it's been.
Oh, it's nice to be able to know that you've been around a while. And Eleanor, how about you? You've been.
Yeah, well, I think that one of the great things about the sessions in this area, Detroit and Ann Arbor, is that there are opportunities for anyone at any skill level. There are some sessions in Ann Arbor, the 𝐷EMA ones on Thursdays, that are a larger group, maybe not, I wouldn't say advanced, but a little more intermediate, sped up. There are certainly sessions on Sunday evenings at Conor O'Neill's in Ann Arbor that are a little faster, but one of the things I like about the sessions we're doing here at the League is that it's really any skill level welcome. We've also had a lot of folks come in that are accomplished musicians on their instrument but haven't played Irish music before. And so that's been kind of fun and interesting for people who certainly already know how to play their instrument but want to learn a new style, learn the tunes that we play. And this is a great opportunity for people to be able to do that because we welcome anyone of any skill level, and it's not a high pressure environment.
Yeah, and it is wonderful. And for those of you that don't play an instrument but love the music, come on down. They appreciate an audience as well. It's just kind of nice to know that what you're playing is enjoyed beyond the little group that's playing. And the more the merrier. We're going to give you a break for a minute. Bruce has given me signals of what time we have left. And I do want to make another announcement, and I don't know, Charlene, if you had more to share?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I think we've covered it.
I think you are good. and beyond just what you're sharing. But just a little reminder for those of you that next Sunday from 1 to 4, so I wanted to get this in today, the Catherine McCauley LAOH group invites you to their first annual Fall Food Truck Fest. And this is happening out at Monahan's Knights of Columbus parking lot. The proceeds are to benefit the many charities the McCauley LAOH supports, including the UIS Jim Dewan Memorial Scholarship Program. So the parking lot is located at 19801 Farmington Road in Livonia. That's between 7 and 8 Mile Road. It says you can go inside and enjoy watching the Lions play or stay outside and enjoy entertainment and games, but most importantly, enjoy the variety of food our trucks have to offer. So that's pretty cool if you're looking for something to do next Sunday. And let's see, what else can I share with you? I guess we pretty much went through this week. If you're one of those ones that are able to give blood, there is a blood drive out at the AOH on the 13th, and that is from noon to 5 p.m. And they also have another blood drive, a different one, on Mondays, the fourth Monday of the month. They've done it all year from 11 to 4 p.m., which is also very nice. So with that, Bruce is pointing out things. You're going to have a song ready for me to go out with. And so before I do, let's say thank you. I'm going to do a real quick recap. Tomorrow, set dancing here at the Gaelic League from 7 to 9 p.m. 𝐷IMA has been moved. Their session is the first Wednesday of the month, starting this coming Wednesday, October 5th, from 6:30 to 9. Come on down, listen to their music today, and add to it on Wednesday if you're not able to make it today. Also happening on Wednesday is the Irish Language Circle. Similar to the session with music, the Irish Language Circle shares what they know and adds to it. That's happening upstairs from 7 to 9 p.m. Friday, we do have the AOH fish fry happening, all you can eat. The doors open at 5, food served from 5:30 to 7:30. Check out their website. This week they have Eastside Mike Sullivan entertaining, and that is being sponsored by the Friends of St. Patrick. Here at the League, we have the Ceilidh dancing with the Ardon Academy starting at 8 o'clock to 10 p.m. That's Friday. On Saturday is the Croctoberfest. Wonderful event. Check out the Facebook page or website to find out more. The doors open at 5. If you're bringing a dish, the judging starts at 6 o'clock. And in the lounge, we have the Codgers are back from 8 to 11 p.m. John Freeman, Nick Mansfield, and others. And then, of course, on Sunday, I always have Detroit Irish Radio from 1 to 3. With that, I want to thank you for tuning in today. Thanks to the many people that called, including Father Brendan McCarrick, starting it off, and then Porrick Egan with the GAA news. We heard from Kathleen Partika with Gaelic League Halloween parties happening. Sheila Cassidy talking about a fun fall 𝐾𝐜𝐿 on October 16th out at the AOH for the Queen of the Detroit United Irish Societies. Even Breda Kelly Miller calling in and sharing with us that she's going to be in Chicago for our Chicago listeners. Thanks to all of you. This has been your host, Kathleen O'Neill, along with Bruce Smith. Remember all that are in poor health in your prayers. May they continue to grow healthier with each week. Until next week, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Have a great week. 𝐶𝐞𝐭𝐫𝐲, 𝐿𝐴, and we go out with a bit of live music from 𝐷IMA. Thanks for all of you coming out today to be a part of the program.
Thank you.